They are among the most awe-inspiring buildings ever created by man, monuments to faith that have survived for centuries. And yet even now they inspire fear in the hearts of some. For better or for worse, these are the bells of faith. Join us today as we look at 5 medieval cathedrals so beautiful they were feared. The imposing facade of the Cologne Cathedral towers over the Rhine, visible from miles away. Even if you're not particularly religious, it's hard not to feel humbled when gazing up at the twin spires of this grand old church, especially when they seem to touch the clouds. But this isn't just an impressive building. It's one of Germany's most important Christian sites and contains relics of the Magi, the 3 wise men who came to visit baby Jesus. Construction began in 1248, but wasn't completed until 1880, so it took over 600 years to finish. The builders weren't in any hurry. After all, they were aiming to create something truly spectacular, and they certainly achieved that goal. Inside, you can marvel at the intricate carvings and stained glass windows that adorn every surface. At night, the cathedral is illuminated, making it appear almost alien-like, glowing softly against the dark sky. This unforgettable sight has inspired awe and wonder in all who behold it, and it's no surprise that the cathedral was once feared. After all, it represents everything that medieval Christians believed in, from their faith in God to their belief in miracles. While the Notre Dame de Paris may be the most famous church in France, the Chartres Cathedral is widely considered to be the most beautiful. Built in the 13th century, its stained glass windows are renowned throughout Europe. In fact, more than half of the windows are original, creating an ethereal glow within the cathedral during the day. Walking through the nave, you will be overwhelmed with feelings of peace and tranquility. It feels like a very special place, one where you can lose yourself in thought and contemplation. Some people even report seeing the Virgin Mary standing in the rose window. If you visit, make sure to look up because the vaulted ceilings are decorated with biblical scenes. You will also want to see the 19th century astronomical clock, which is still operational today. It was designed by a man named Nicholas Henriot and features zodiac signs and constellations. As the clock chimes, small figures representing different trades come out to dance. Keep an eye out for these details as well as the gargoyles perched atop the roof. They served as waterspouts, but many believe they also ward off evil spirits. When you think of the great cathedrals of England, Canterbury Cathedral probably isn't the first building that comes to mind. That honor likely goes to Westminster Abbey or St. Paul's Cathedral. However, this medieval church is just as impressive, with roots that stretch all the way back to 597 AD back then. The Archbishop of Canterbury was St. Augustine, the very first Christian to set foot in England. Built a church here in honor of Christ, and it quickly became a major pilgrimage destination for Anglo-Saxons. Today, the building has been expanded and renovated several times, and visitors from around the world come to admire its beauty and solemnity. One reason why Canterbury Cathedral was feared had to do with the tomb of Thomas Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury, who was murdered in 1170. For centuries, pilgrims traveled from all over Europe to visit his shrine and beg for his intercession. Legend has it that a woman who was denied a miracle at his tomb was cursed to wander the earth with a red-hot poker protruding from her backside. Other legends say that the ghosts of those murdered by Becket roam the cathedral grounds, wailing and gnashing their teeth. For nearly 600 years, Milan Cathedral was the largest church in the world. Even though it's only the second largest in Italy behind the Duomo di Firenze, it's still one of the most impressive cathedrals in Europe. Construction began in 1386 and was finally completed in 1774, because it took so long to build. The cathedral incorporates elements of several different architectural styles, including Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque. Inside, you'll find a mix of old and new art, including works by Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. The cathedral is also home to several mummies, mostly of cats that were sacrificed to protect the city from evil spirits. Of course, this being Italy, there's also a Last Supper by none other than Leonardo da Vinci. Although the painting is not open to the public, it can be viewed from a distance via webcam. But what made this cathedral so feared? Perhaps it was the sheer size of the building which dwarfed everything else around it. Or maybe it was the wealth and power of the church that built it. Whatever the reason, there's no denying that Milan Cathedral was a force to be reckoned with. Our final cathedral is not only one of the largest in the world, but also one of the oldest. Construction on the Seville Cathedral began in 1402, but it was uncompleted until 1507. What makes this building so unique is that it was built inside a former mosque. This is a reminder of Spain's rich history and culture and a testament to the Moors who ruled Seville for many years. Walking inside, you are greeted by a large courtyard surrounded by orange trees. This is a peaceful place to relax and reflect on the history of the cathedral. The courtyard leads to the main gate, which is adorned with intricate carvings. Once inside, you'll want to marvel at the ornate altars and colorful tiles. The cathedral is also home to a number of famous artworks, including paintings by El Greco and Zurbarán. In addition to its religious significance, the cathedral is also an important cultural center. It hosts concerts, plays, and other events throughout the year. If you have the chance to visit, don't miss the opportunity to climb the Giralda Tower for panoramic views of Seville. At 104 meters tall, it's one of the tallest bell towers in the world. As you have seen, these cathedrals are much more than just buildings. They are symbols of faith, hope, and charity. They also represent the best of human artistry and engineering. These cathedrals were once feared because they were so massive and impressive. But today they stand as a reminder of our shared humanity and our capacity for greatness. Which cathedral impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to stay tuned for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching.